Hey guys, what is up? My name is DB, and welcome back to Craft and Chill, the official reboot, I guess. Even though the episodes didn't really go there for that long in the first place. I did stop playing this. I did this on a live stream, so it was fun. I have my igloo cow man thing in here that I still have to keep forever. I did a lot of this on stream on Twitch from probably 2 months ago or so. It was pretty fun. I got a really nice island, or nice little village, honey stuff right over there. So I'm pretty much just going to try for today is just get a bunch of wood and start building my own house. Even though this is my house currently, and I did take off some wood because I really want to. This is my current house. It's more of like a shack than a house, but I'll take care of and put all this stuff away later. But yeah, it took me a while to officially, come back into the swing of things with the Rona out there and shit like that. And mostly just for my own personal sanity in some sakes. And I forgot I'm not playing a modded version. I have to actually right click them or left click them. It's one of those things of the lack of motivation when it comes to things. The reason why it's more a lack of motivation than lack of results. It's something that really discourages you from trying to meet a goal in a way. I mean, there's been plenty of times where I've just felt like it was pointless, and that's what I felt in the past couple of years for mostly my YouTube channel in general. But then something happened in my life and it really shook up on what I wanted to do, and what I wanted to try for. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to work out in the long run, but it's better to think I tried rather than I didn't try hard enough. I really want to try and see how this YouTube and Twitch and all these other things work out. I feel like there's a sort of potential in it that I can have a knack for, but the only problem is probably my motivation and discipline when it comes to that. And there's the argument of motivation versus discipline, which one is better, and I always am an advocate for discipline, because it's not when you're growing up and whomever is your parental guidance, or if you have any at all, and any sort of person that has some sort of who's older than you and tells you what to do and shit like that. I think that makes you do those chores is the fear of punishment. Not punishment as in getting a beating, but in some cases, yeah. In my case, yes. But it was the discipline that you got from the beating. Like it's sort of, you did this not because you wanted to do, or you wanted to do that, aka motivation. Like you can have motivation all the long day, but sometimes motivation just like it's just over. I know that for me, I like to have motivation to do things, but I do need to depend more on my actual discipline on trying to be like, I gotta put more time into this. I have to do more of this. Now, does that mean I'm gonna be blindly going at it for hours and hours on end? Some days, yes. 100%. Some days, yes. I think that I can make this work. I can eventually do something that is worthwhile. Do I think that I'm gonna grow overnight or become like a fucking god all of a sudden? No. I have a set expectation for me, and that's pretty much it. I had a goal from before when I was younger, and I met it easily, but then as soon as I met my goal, I pretty much just sort of pseudo disappeared. It was, I tried something, didn't really like it, didn't want to try anything else, started hanging out with more friends, started playing games, didn't really record them or edit or anything like that. Along the way, losing some parts of who I was is a big thing. For example, I remember looking because you can go on YouTube and you can look at your history. You can also look at your history for your comments as well. And I was looking at my comments and the way that I would talk and the way that I would do things when I commenting. And I thought back in the day when I was younger, I 100% thought that I did not comment that much. I didn't interact as much as I thought I did. Or I didn't interact that much, but apparently I interacted a lot. I commented on plenty of videos, had arguments, had stupid fucking crapola goddamn self-advertisement, which is so fucking cringy, and I hated the fact that I was doing it. But that was back when I was 12, 10 to I was 12-ish around those years. I think I started around 12. So it was pretty cringeworthy, if you want to say so myself. I don't even think it was 12. I think it was or older than that, actually. I was pretty much a at home kind of kid anyway. Anytime I had some sort of thing to be like, yeah, I want to go outside, and I want to go and play with my friends, and I want to go go a summer party, and we'll play I don't know, fucking Smash or some shit like that, or some Mario Party bullshit. And it was just it was always met with, nah, you're not going. And that's partly due to the fact that my it's partly, not fully, but partly due to the fact that my place, the city that I mostly lived in for almost my entire life, ever since I was probably 4 or 3 years old up until I was 19. So 15 years of my life in that city was generally a really bad city. Can't sleep. So it's one of those things of, I get the reason why my mother didn't really let me go outside, but another reason is it didn't really help me trying to branch out during the years of my social self. Even now I still have problems that are reoccurring, because most of the trauma and then most of the problems that you have as an adult usually stems from a trauma from when you're a kid. If you were told to shut up a lot, or kind of sort of bullied for being yourself, you wouldn't really, some people or most people don't really branch out from there. They usually just take that and just okay, no one wants to hear me talk. So it's one of those things of, as my mother continued to deny me from going to friends' house, I just eventually stopped asking, and eventually assumed that anytime I asked at all, it would always be met with a no. And it's gonna be what's the word for it? This can be proven by some of my best friends, whom I still all know even to this day. It's funny because when you're done with high school, these people that you've been with for I don't know how many years, because my school was pretty tight knit. It was a very small class. We were the first class graduating in that school ever. That school was completely new, completely different. Some things that were really nice about the school, and some things were really terrible about the school that really kind of fucked me over sometimes. By sometimes I mean a lot. I'm gonna get some Dark Oak actually. It was different. I've had these classmates who I've known since 6th, 7th grade, and we've been together for over 5 years. I would say 5 years more, because most that first year was man, I don't really remember it, to be honest. It was one of those. I should probably get some honey as well. Let me see if I can get some honey. It was different to see them just eventually just gone. But with my 4 friends, we really didn't disconnect. It was kind of cool, but it was one of those things of, since we were all pretty much gamers at heart anyway, it was just oh yeah, I guess this is over. We're not going to be in high school together. And then be all right, see you tomorrow online. Okay. And that's what it was. It wasn't this sort of plan out kind of feel. It was just, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow online on Xbox or on Raid Call before Discord existed. It wasn't this sort of grand sadness. It was just, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. we've been talking like online almost every single time anyway. We play Xbox, we play other stupid games on PC, if our computers allow it. A lot of us have upgraded our computers to the point where gaming shouldn't be a problem, except for one of them because he's a dad. But it's one of those things of it was never sad, nor was it different. So for me, that sort of friendship kind of both helped me out and stunted my growth when it came to that. I know that even them, they know that I'm like, I've been a bit of a flaker when it comes to things, but then that could be my own issues, but also my issues with my mother as well. It could be big things like that. I am 100% being honest that I have definitely been flaking in my my pastime, strictly due to the fact that it's just not comfortable for me. It's kind of like I love these dudes to death, but still, it's just like I don't want to go outside. Like, and once you've been so secure in your house, you kind of just don't want to leave. What's the fucking point? I don't have any cobblestone. Oh, no, I do. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can get some nice place. I'm gonna see if I can post out a place. So it's kind of weird. I know I drowned out all. I know I went from talking about. Maybe this might be a nice place. I can cover that top area over there. Yeah. All right, let's map out a little place. I kind of want to live in the town because it just seems like a nice place in general. I kind of want to fence off the area though to help out people. But yeah. Back to the original conversation, which was about motivation versus discipline. What has helped me try to reach this goal of Minecraft every day, or not every day, but pretty often, has been because of discipline. I've disciplined a little bit myself on trying to stream during certain days. Some people may seem it as like that's kind of stupid, like you're kind of dumb for doing that. What the fuck is the point of a goddamn schedule or whatever? But it's one of those things of you train yourself to what do I put as a floor? Let's see these houses. You train yourself to stay on that, path, I believe is the word for it. Or that sort of dedication. It's sort of, I don't know what I'm building. All I know is that sometimes you just want to go to irregular shapes. That's all I fucking remember. So let's go here, and then we'll branch out this way. And then 3, 4, 5. Let's keep it symmetrical. But it's just more of those things of, if you want to do something, you gotta put both your heart and your soul into it. It's one of those things of, if you don't put the time and dedication to something that you want to be really good at, if you don't put the ample amount of time, if you're not putting 6 hours a day, or a lot of people can't do that, of course, because jobs and shit. But if you're really passionate about something and you want to try, there's a zombie out there. If you really want to try something and become better at it and reach higher levels than before, further beyond all that kind of stuff, you got to put the fucking dedication and time into it. It's the same thing with trying to learn how to draw. If you're self-taught or even a regular artist, or not a self-taught artist, but going to art school, you got to put the time and effort into it. There's no like wiggle room or anything, especially in that craft. That craft is fucking disgustingly how dedicated you have to be